Darlington was really bad. We've had some guys get killed at Darlington. Had a bunch of bad wrecks down at Darlington. Got to going too hard in one corner and I'd run into the wall and messed the front end up. I run, I don't know, 8 or 10 more laps and had got the car back up to speed.
Golly, come off at 4 and
going to crash on the home stretch, a car upside down.
And that's
a
Richard
blue
Petty.
car, it is Richard Petty.
I jumped off the score stand and started running as fast as I could.
I was working in the booth with Jim McKay for ABC. The position that he was in, it looked like blood coming out. It was a scary scene.
At that time I used to run with a rag in my mouth. Well, them rags got to coming out the windows and stuff and looked terrible. I think the TV camera said, you know, get away from that. He's coming apart inside that car.
And he certainly appears to be unconscious. The pit crew running out. This could be a very bad accident to one of the best-known race drivers in the world.
he's laying upside down, just hanging there. I guess his head pretty close to the roof, and his arms just limp against the roof. And you know, I think he's left us. You know, and here come a fireman up and sets a fire extinguisher on one of them that takes the oxygen out of the air. Maurice like to kill him because there was no fire, and heck, we had to get back, you know, till it cleared. So we get a hold of him best we can and unhook the seat belt, and Lord have mercy, he must have weighed 190 pounds, and here he comes, you know. So we know he is alive. They put him on a stretcher and back of a station wagon, take him to the infield hospital.
He's in the ambulance, and Richard Petty will be rushed to the hospital.
Jim, that's Maurice Petty, Richard's brother, riding in the back of the ambulance as we see it going into the track hospital.
He tells me that he don't remember hitting the inside wall because he's already knocked out from hitting the outside wall.
Here is the hospital at the track here, an emergency hospital where they can make their first readings and where the track doctor can say whether to keep him here, send him to the hospital in Darlington or Florence, or whatever. It's a very good setup.
They wanted to take him on over to McLeod Hospital, which is in Florence. And so I got in with them, and I went on to the hospital.
In the front seat, you see Richard's wife, Linda, sitting in the center of the front seat in the white dress, and of course very much concerned. Standing right alongside me is Richard's brother, Maurice. Maurice, it happened so fast, I doubt if you know what happened, but what is Richard's condition, could you tell?
Well, he's laying there talking now. Looks like his left arm. They see the sprung real bad or broke, and they're cutting his uniform away to get into him. His head's beat on, bloody, and his eyes hurt a little bit. He'll be all right, though.
But he is talking.
Yeah, he's talking. He knows everybody.
You look pretty beat yourself.
Yeah, long run.
Now back to you, Jim.
Bob, that's the best word we could have had. I'm sure you could tell from the tone in which Ned and I had been talking earlier that it certainly was one of the worst-looking accidents we've seen on the Nascar circuit in a long time.
They admitted him. They wanted to keep him overnight. He had dislocated his shoulder. That was the worst thing that happened to him.
It was just a devastating wreck, but a miracle that he was able to get through it and continue on with such a great career.
Off of turn number 4 into the tri-oval once again. Dale Earnhardt leads Rusty Wallace as the white flag comes out. One more lap to go, and Martin is way up high and hits the wall and shoves Rusty down to the middle of the track.
Man, oh man.
And Irvin is there right on Earnhardt's bumper, and Irvin goes to the inside of Dale Earnhardt.
And the white flag gets out. Here comes Martin. He's going with Ernie. Spencer going on the inside as well.
Irvin has the lead as they go down the backstretch. Jimmy Spencer fans out to 3 wide. Rusty Wallace goes 4 wide. Here they come.
Irvin, really, Earnhardt is off the pace. He might be running low in gas.
Dale Jarrett trying to get through. He's moved into a battle for 3rd position.
Earnhardt apparently is running out of gas in the turn.
He shuffled way back. Here they come off the 4th corner. Ernie Irvin leads them down now. Is he going to win the Winston 500? Jimmy Spencer is 2nd. They come through the tri-oval. Checkered is waving. Ernie Irvin wins, and Rusty spins and gets airborne. and flips wildly right at the start-finish line. Very reminiscent of his accident at Daytona. What a way.
Yeah, he's moving. I see him moving around in the car. I saw it there. We see his head moving around.
Yes, we do.
Thank God.
Now here is what happened.
Okay, there's Rusty and Dale Jarrett running side by side. Earnhardt comes down on the inside, trying to draft Rusty and go right out the picture, and it looks, there he is. Earnhardt right up on the back bumper of Rusty, and he does touch him.
That's
and
why
around he goes, and that's one reason that Dale Earnhardt went down there.
That's why he was so concerned, because he touched Rusty Wallace to start this situation, it looks like.
And the car overturns about 6 or 7 times, pirouetting on its nose, end over end, side over side, comes to a rest on its wheels between the start-finish line and turn 1. He will be credited with 6th finishing position. Here is another angle.
Here they come down through there. Jarrett and Rusty Wallace side by side. Dale trying to get down on the inside, trying to go down. And looks like he just touched Rusty, and the car, just like Daytona, started flying. It goes up in the air. I thought maybe it was going to do like Jimmy Spencer did last year and come back on its wheels, but it didn't. It caught. And here it goes again.
There is a huge cheer going up from the grandstand just opposite of where Rusty's car has come to a rest, and we assume that the cheers are because he is out of the car, or at least they can see that he has received no serious injuries.
A lot of sentiment among veteran observers as one of the real threats.
Oh, we have a problem.
Is blowing a tire.
Bobby Allison with a horrible crash here on the front stretch. It has torn out a complete section of protective railing separating it. Alan Kowicki becomes involved.
Debris and is collecting other cars. There was a lot of debris in the front stretch. Kowicki was involved. Richard Petty, I think, is another one of the cars. Lots of debris on the front stretch. Now, Bobby's car, to me, appeared to stay together quite well. He did get up into the fencing, but not into the stands.
And it was close, though. He has torn out a whole large area of guardrail. There it is, protecting the crowd from the racetrack. And he came very, very close to going into the stands. The car became airborne and went flying literally into that wall and to the grandstand right below us here in the broadcast booth. There's the tire going.
Here's another angle of it, and we'll just let you watch it because we've covered it well.
There goes Darrell Waltrip going by without becoming involved in it. But as I said, as the cars came down now, they were running over the debris of the Allison car, and tires were blowing. And
I don't know. I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks up. He goes to the outside. Is Edwards going? Oh, no! He turns him. No, no.
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No.
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this race.
Unbelievable.
Carl Edwards' car destroyed, and Junior's protege, Keselowski, the winner, and Carl Edwards is moving around and ready to climb out.
Larry, look at that. The carburetor's gone off.
It's completely gone.
Carl did what he wanted to do. He stayed at the back all day long. He played it smart. Had this race possibly won. Not now. Not sure where Carl's going. Maybe he thinks if he runs across the start-finish line, it'll count.
That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
He's like a you know how he is. He's an athlete, a marathon runner. I want to finish the race.
And he did,
yes,
to a standing ovation from the crowd. Shades of Ricky Bobby.
Let's take a look, Mike. Carl Edwards, he opened it up just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is a hard lick right into the fence. I mean, that car, that looked like Bobby Allison did here in 1987.
The catch fence did its job, and the car did its job.
Thank goodness we have the new, stronger, much stronger, safer catch fences.
And Newman took a hard hit from Edwards as well. Look at just a car with the room left on the bottom.
What happened here is the 09 looked to the outside. Carl went up a little bit to block him, and 09 went right back to the bottom and clipped him.
You know, the move looked a lot like the one that Brian Vickers put on Jimmy Johnson when Vickers won.
Wow.
But what a hit.
Wow. That is 1987 all over again. Oh, my gosh. And did you see that? I believe it was Biffle that almost T-boned the 99. But watch, the 09's going to look to the outside where he already has. Carl went up to block him a little bit. Now he's going to come down to try to block him again. And you get one shot at it, but you don't get two. Watch this.
What a lick.
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
You know, and looking very carefully at the catch fencing that held, and I did not see any debris go into the grandstand. And that certainly is
unbelievable.
It's very gratifying to see. Well,
I knew it was going to be wild. I didn't know it was going to be this wild.
Right here, the 3 back from him.
This is from Carl's onboard
Looking
camera.
inside, 09.
But Daryl, I want to ask you.
And from Dale Jr.
But Daryl, I want to ask you on air, because I did not see Brad Keselowski do anything wrong there.
No, it was a blocking move on Carl. The 09 looked to the outside. Carl went up to block that move, and when Carl came down, the 09 was there.